I did a video in which I said that we on the left don't give a fuck about traditional values. That traditional values were outdated and they were not good for our country. And then I rattled off a few. And this person said, this is the mentality that has cost the left. Those are not traditional values of America. Those are mistakes of the past across the globe that America has led the way correcting. So let's do a deep dive into this. Let's look at what I said were some of the traditional values that he then said that were not traditional values of the United States of America and that were rather mistakes of the past across the globe that America led the way in correcting.
Yeah, we're pretty much against most traditional values. Not all, but most. Traditional values, keep in mind, are values like women don't get to vote. That's a traditional value in this country.
Women don't get to vote. An old school traditional value, especially among conservatives in the United States of America. You say that that is a mistake of the past, which I agree with you on, that America led the way in correcting. Key facts about women's suffrage around the world a century after the U.S. ratified the 19th Amendment. This year, when this article was written, marks the centennial of the ratification of the 19th Amendment to the United States Constitution, which guarantees women the right to vote. But the United States was hardly the first country to codify women's suffrage, and barriers to vote persisted for some groups of U.S. women for decades. At least 20 nations preceded the U.S., according to a Pew Research Center analysis of women's enfranchisement measures in 198 countries and self-administering territories. We didn't lead that one. Which one's next?
Values like women don't get to vote. That's a traditional value in this country. Black people are property of white people.
Slavery was the next one I brought up. Fact check. The United States is not the only country to abolish slavery. On January 1st, 1863, President Abraham Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation went into effect. This declared all persons held as slaves shall be thenceforward and forever free. However, slavery was not formally abolished in the U.S. until 1865, after the ratification of the 13th Amendment. Spain abolished slavery in 1811, while Sweden banned slavery in 1813 and abolished slavery in 1847. Slavery was abolished in Mexico in 1829, when Texas was still part of that country. Mexico got to it before us. Didn't lead the way on that one. Which one's next?
Traditional value in this country. Black people are property of white people. That's a traditional value in this country. A traditional value in this country is that members of the LGBTQ plus community don't get to enjoy the right to get married. People who can get pregnant don't get the right to make medical decisions for themselves. Those are traditional values.
Gay rights and abortion were next. What was the first country to legalize gay marriage? The Danish were the first to grant same-sex unions almost the exact same rights as marriages with the Registered Partnership Act of 1989. So we didn't lead the way on that one either. Next was abortion. As we all know, Roe v. Wade didn't get enacted until the early 1970s here in the United States. In 1920, in the Soviet Union, Vladimir Lenin legalized abortion on request, the first country to do so. Not to mention the fact that current Republicans want to go backwards on this particular issue, and have been. It's over 24 states now where women cannot legally control their own bodies. Yes, those are all old school traditional values of predominantly conservative people in this country. And yes, they were all mistakes of the past. And no, the United States did not lead the way on correcting any of them. We were followers in every single instance. And in one instance, abortion, we're reverting thanks to Republicans. Try again.